Why does Catalonia want independence? Although it's been a part of Spain for hundreds of years, the region of Catalonia has its own language, history, culture, and identity, to the point where many of its citizens are asking for independence, putting them at odds with the central government and many of their own neighbors. Catalonia used to be a principality until 1714, when Philip V captured Barcelona as part of the War of Succession. During the next 200 years, the region had different degrees of autonomy, until the end of the Spanish Civil War, when dictator Francisco Franco suppressed all expressions of Catalan identity. When democracy was restored, Spain adopted a constitution that granted certain autonomy to regions, but not enough to become a federal state. In 2006, Catalonia voted for and was granted an expanded autonomy that included tax collection and protections for those affected by the housing crisis. But it was declared unconstitutional, and that planted the seeds for the current independence movement. And of course, there are other reasons. Catalonia is the richest region in Spain, with an economy of the size of Portugal, 16% of the population and 20% of Spain's economy. But according to economists, it doesn't receive as much as it contributes. How much? It's a matter of consensus. And yet, the idea of an independent country wasn't that popular in Catalonia until recently. So, what happened? Politics. That's what happened. Mariano Rajoy, the president of Spain, and his party have refused to negotiate a resolution to Catalonia's grievances for years, using the threat of the Catalonian independence as a political gambit to rally their followers. The leaders of the pro-independence parties have done the same, choosing a strategy of open confrontation and feeding off the intransigence of Madrid. When Rajoy became prime minister in 2011, the secessionists had 11% of the Catalonian legislature. Today, they have 48%. Recently, Puigdemont organized a referendum on independence without Madrid's approval. Rajoy declared it illegal and tried to block it by sending thousands of troops to arrest its organizers and confiscate the ballots, which led to a violent repression of citizens who protested peacefully. According to a study by the research group Artists International, the government's effort to deny the vote backfired and ended up motivating the undecided and galvanizing those in favor of independence. The yes won with 90% of the votes, but with a participation of only 43% of the electoral Senate. Although the results were not recognized by Madrid, the European Union, and part of the Catalan society, Puigdemont went ahead and declared independence, which gave Rajoy grounds to invoke an article of the Constitution that grants him the power to dissolve the regional government, arrest its leaders, and assume control until elections are held. According to polls, this clash could have been avoided if the government had allowed an organized, recognized, and binding referendum with proper campaigns for yes and no, just like Scotland and Quebec did in recent years. A solution that the majority of Catalans, regardless of their stance, are in favor of. Even though Madrid claims victory over the secessionists after arresting several of their leaders on charges of sedition and issuing an arrest warrant for Puigdemont, installing a new regional government won't resolve the dispute. In this political stare-down, leaders on both sides exploited hate and divisiveness for political gain, instead of addressing the underlying issues that motivate the Catalans' complaints. There is no guarantee that Catalonia will be better off without Spain, or that a federal system is the answer. But if all of Catalonia is not allowed to vote on their destiny, there won't be a peaceful and lasting resolution to this dispute.